I said think about your future. You can't do that tomorrow, but you don't hear a word. You see the S.
Yo, what up? Hey, it's Mr. Game 7. How's it going? I've been thinking a lot about the double standard of homosexuality to the public eye. Simply because myself as a bisexual black man, it's interesting and it's saddening to see. Simply because when you look at it in the general arena, it's much more accepted to be a lesbian couple than a male gay couple. Why that is? Could be a lot of things. A lot of people point them on the music industry, rap and rock and those type of things, but realistically, it's really been pointed in. I think it's, before you even look at those things, it's been ingrained in all those individuals in our society, in the way and how chauvinistic our society is, and that men are supposed to be hyper masculine and those type of things, and then that we're so masculine that men are so dominant in those type of things, and that we then commoditize females, and then the fantasy, which I don't even know when this fantasy started, could have started from the 1700s for all I know, but we commoditize lesbianism, and by commoditizing it, you downplay it, and you almost give it, you look at it, and I feel like with no meaning except for your own enjoyment, with no value with no value when you look onto it. Like, and it saddens me because as a country that values love and those type of things, for us to downplay a relationship between two people that are devoted because of the way that we portray them, and the way that we view that as a fantasy or something cool, or because it's easier for us to view that as a fantasy commodity than viewing it as a real relationship, especially in this climate of, especially in the social and political climate of the homosexual and gay rights movement, as far as the marriage amendment and those type of things. It's saddening to see that, and obviously with homosexual men, it's kind of just thrown to the wayside because they're not necessarily not acknowledged, but they're acknowledged, but in a much more negative light than women are. I mean, it's hard for me to speak from the standpoint of women, because I don't necessarily know how heterosexual women view these lesbian relationships, but I know that a male-dominated in the realm of homosexuality are just so, they're so put down and they're so downplayed that it's almost, it doesn't mean anything. But I guess I'm looking and reaching out to the lesbians and the females out there that are in support, and those fellow feminists out there that are in support. What's your view on it? Like, how can men support you? Because it's kind of a difficult piece to tackle, especially when you're not being acknowledged, or you're being acknowledged in a different light. How do we change that and construe that to a more positive light for you? Well, little thought, but once again, this Game 7, signing off.
These are just an illustration of a few scenes that help raise a generation. Yeah.